Hello, Jimmy boy. Where you off to then?
Me? You've been through the thing once.
So I have. Must be slipping.
Must be. You've already counted that. 21 quid, 43 pence.
Where'd you get it?
Saved it.
You save. I want to check the numbers of these notes.
All right.
It's not a lot to be leaving home with.
No,
Just about one of everything.
don't need much in life. Never have.
Hey?
I mean, like possessions.
Oh, except for other people's, of course.
You proved that.
It's been proved.
Yeah, once.
3 times.
All right, then. 3 times. And I took stick 3 times. I've paid, mate. And there ain't been nothing since.
Nothing we know about.
I said there ain't been nothing since.
You're not going to keep him here all day, I hope.
Hey?
Jimmy Waller.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, innocence. You know.
Who's that?
Was RTA out at West Hill. Look, excuse me. Enter these, will you?
Right.
I mean, if you want me to take a charge, and I can't see that happening yet, if at all.
You'd rather I kept the interview room clean and fresh and empty?
Well, yeah. Because it's always me that ends up clearing the ashtrays.
It's all right.
You see, fellas who don't know why they've been pulled in, they leave more dog ends than pregnant fathers.
I haven't completed my evidence yet.
What evidence?
Give over, Ken.
Well, it's no offence to want to leave Broadston.
Yeah.
Car hire. Well, let's think. There's Lewis's, Chapel Street. Not a dear place, not like the big firms. You put your own petrol in, like, you know, that sort of firm. So, don't forget to check your tank before you drive away. I mean, nobody ever leaves them full. Be daft if they did, wouldn't they?
Lewis's?
That's the one, Chapel Street.
Thought it were a bike shop.
Oh, it were once. It always done well as old Lewis. You must have been here before.
Been here before? I was born here.
That's all I could get from the collator.
Yeah?
Bits and pieces. Nothing new. Nothing we don't know about Jimmy Waller. And there's nothing been reported during the last few days. Nothing as fits his form.
No?
Well, apart from a couple of car radios that got nicked. And he's not likely to leave home because of that, is he? And I wouldn't exactly call £21 a fortune.
Well, some it is.
So why are we wasting our time on him?
I don't know, call it mental exercise if you like.
Oh, that's not a reason, Sarge.
All right, it's an excuse. You see,
A fella like him with his form.
Small stuff.
Yeah, but it's still form and there's a lot of it. So there's Jimmy boy, 28 years old, apart from 3 spells in the nick, never been further than Newport Pagnell in his life. Suddenly he decides to leave us. Don't you tell me that's not an offence.
I weren't going to.
Good. See, when somebody's lived a pattern all their lives and they break the pattern, it worries me. It's like seeing something move out the corner of your eye. I don't trust it. Don't trust a sudden movement.
Perhaps it's because you don't trust people, Sarge.
Oh.
I've just had enough of this town, that's all.
You don't like it here?
Nothing wrong with it.
You've had enough.
Yes.
So now you're going to leave it for good.
What?
Pastures new and all that, fresh start in life.
Yes, that's it.
And what about your poor old man?
I'll send her money regular.
You must think we'll come over in a rowing boat.
I'm not lying to you.
You wouldn't know if you were.
I would.
So when we're going to hear about it, Jimmy boy?
Hear about
If
what?
we get it direct from you, it'll save us all a lot of trouble.
Hear about
The
what?
latest bit of thieving.
I told you once.
So you did, I must have missed it.
No, you didn't. You don't miss nothing, you lot. Not unless you want to.
Is that right?
Oh, we have our bad days.
You see?
Yeah.
Well, like, I sort of know everything that goes on here.
Here?
In Broadston.
So?
So it's too easy for me.
How do you mean easy?
Well, you know. It's easy for me to get into trouble. This place, I know it too well. So it's easy for me to get tempted like.
Tempted?
Yes.
So you reckon if you go away from here, you'll be out of temptation's reach, will you?
Yes, that's it. Well, it'd be hard like. In a new place, not sort of knowing it.
A challenge.
That's it.
I see.
And I'll tell you something else.
What's that?
When I do leave Broadston, it'll be the last you seeing me.
So you reckon?
Yes, I'm not coming back to you lot.
There's nothing in yet.
Eh?
That's our friend Jimmy.
Now, I've told you, wouldn't I?
Yeah, so you would.
Having doubts?
Oh, no, it's all that paperwork upstairs.
Oh, I see. Using poor Jimmy boy as a diversion.
You know, those funny people can forecast future events.
Why are you all like that?
Yeah, I thought I was first thing this morning. It's beginning to wear off now. Shame.
Hello, Mr. Smith. Don't suppose you remember me? Raymond Flack.
No.
I used to live here about 12 years back.
Flack?
That's it, North End Road.
Oh, yeah, I think I remember.
Well, of course you do. I mean, small town like this, nobody's ever really forgotten, are they?
Oh, well, nice to see a wanderer return.
Wanderer? Well, I wouldn't exactly say.
Anyway, Ken, if you'll let me know if anything...
Only, you see, I thought I ought to let you people know
No?
that I'm back.
That's not necessary, Mr. Flack.
Well,
Anyway, I don't seem to remember you being on our books.
Oh, no, I was never in any trouble.
Exactly. So enjoy your return home, eh?
Enjoy it, yes. Why not? I've got this list, see?
List?
Hang on. Oh, yeah, it's been a long time. I'd like to check if all the members of my family are
Yes,
still
but,
around. I mean, you
See, that's
people
not
would
really
know,
a
wouldn't
police
you?
matter, is it? Especially not CID.
Eh?
So if you'll just read the list out to Sergeant Ridgway.
Oh,
there.
no, I'd rather talk to you, someone I knew from the past, like. Now, there's my sister, Mrs. Jean Mycroft.
Ken.
No, I don't know anybody called Mycroft.
Mind you, Sarge, Mycrofts live in Albert Road.
Oh, still live there, do they?
Sure.
Oh, good.
What's the next one?
The next one's my brother, Mr. George Flack.
Know him too.
What you got there? A walking directory?
He hasn't moved either.
No?
Not like to, is he? Not old George.
Still solid and reliable, is he?
Soul to the earth.
Oh.
Set your watch by, George.
Best way to live. Not like me.
Combs, phone, please.
Oh,
Mr. Flack,
Yes?
many more names on your list?
There's 4 or 5 more.
Only we've got a fair bit on today, see?
Seem like it.
Yeah, well, we have. And it seems to me that now we've established where your brother and sister are living,
Yes.
well, they'll be better informed than we are. About the others.
You're right. Well, thanks for all your help. Just like to keep things straight, you know, always did have a sense of order. As my brother might say, there's nothing like being thorough.
Combs,
Yes, sir? I'd like to make funeral arrangements for my brother. Sir. He's dead, you see.
I can go,
That's what I said.
and about bloody time too.
Just a couple of details, that's all.
Details?
Details? Now then, forwarding address.
I don't know.
Eh?
Well, I ain't got one yet, have I?
No forwarding address.
I don't know where I'm going yet, do I?
Oh, well, that's different.
What do you mean, different?
Means you can't leave Broadston yet.
What?
Not till we're sure of you.
You can't stop me leaving.
No, we can make it very awkward for you.
How?
He'll be watching you.
He can watch me as far as the bus stop, that's all.
That's right, then somebody else will take over.
Eh?
I'll make calls, Jimmy boy. Anywhere you go, I'll have you watched. Any town, any village.
You can't.
I can, till I'm sure of you. Any future landlady, any future employer, they'll know more about you than you do yourself. You won't even have time to unpack your toothbrush.
We can't do that, Sarge. Have him watch once he's off our patch.
Yeah, but he doesn't know that, does he?
So how long have I got to follow him for?
A couple of hours or so.
Eh?
Don't forget to let him see you, will you?
Oh, no.
I'll make sure every pound the car drives past him drives slow.
Sarge, why all this trouble?
Because he's what he is. Come on, we're just going to harass him for a while, that's all.
Yeah, but what if he ain't done anything?
There's nothing wrong with a bit of harassment, is there? I'm just miles around.
And now for Mrs. Brown of Clacton, here's Roland Kovac Orchestra and Memories.
Hello, Jane.
Ray,
Don't look so shocked.
pardon? Oh, I'm not. Well, surprised. For me, it must be,
12 years.
yes, you know, not a word.
You didn't really want one, did you?
Pardon? Oh, no, it is not that. After all, you,
I am your brother.
Yes. Well, it's nice to see you, Ray.
Who is it, Mummy?
Well, look at them then. Who is it? It's only your Uncle Raymond, that's all.
Uncle Raymond?
Me. Yeah. Sweeties.
Oh. Oh, what'd you say, Tracy? Gary?
Mummy,
What'd you say?
I never knew you had an Uncle Raymond.
Of course you do. We often talk about him.
You don't?
Well, you better come in then, Ray.
Yeah, okay.
Go into the lounge.
Lounge, eh? All the front room in my day.
Yes, well, we've had the place done up.
I can see that. Yes?
I thought perhaps I ought to let Phil know.
Well, there's no rush.
Yes, I know, but...
Yes?
Well, he ought to know.
Ought to know.
No, I mean, he'd like to know. Like to know you're home.
Oh, yes.
What's that, Uncle Raymond?
Ah?
Is it for us?
It could be. Could be. Just have to wait and see. Shan't we?
Hello? Accounts department, please. Mr. Moycroft. Of you? It's me. Oh, well, I'm sorry. Well, it's just that Ray's come back. Me brother Ray, remember? No, he looks respectable enough. He's brought sweets for the children. No, I'm not worried, really. It's just, No, I just thought I'd tell you, that's all. Oh, all right, then. Bye.
Let me see.
No.
Let me see.
No, surprise.
Let me see.
Oh, Tracy!
Surprise.
Stop that!
Surprise.
I talked to Phil.
Oh, yes.
He's, looking forward to seeing you.
Good.
Well then.
Had a call from Finn.
Eh?
Says Jimmy Waller's walking round and round the town in circles. So Finn is having to do likewise.
That'll do him good. Town's not short on shoe leather, is it?
You know that fellow that come in here earlier?
Who?
Flack.
Oh, him, yeah.
There's something odd about him.
How do you mean, odd?
Well, what do you think?
No, there's nothing.
I thought you were the one with the instinct.
Yeah, only when there's form involved. This sort, they come out of moulds. Straight as the M1, twice as dull and predictable.
Presents?
That's right, presents.
For who?
For all on you.
Oh, well, that's,
Yeah.
Mum,
nice of
please,
you,
red
Ray.
wine.
What'd you say to Uncle
Thank
Raymond?
you.
What'd you say?
Thank you.
And, one for you, Jean.
Oh, Ray, you shouldn't have.
Go on.
Oh,
Least I can do.
It's round. Mine feels round.
I wonder what it's...
Oh, I've got a flower thing, a pretty flower thing. And Gary's got a book. Look, Mummy, Ladies and Men in it. What's What's yours, Mummy?
Oh, Ray!
What kind of animal is it, Uncle Raymond?
It's a rat.
It's a rat! It's a rat! It's a rat! It's a rat! It's a rat!
See you in the morning, Harry.
Right, Dave.
Right, Harry.
Right. Oh, if Finn comes through, tell him he can call it a day.
Smithy! Excuse me. I've got somebody in the interview room.
I'm just off home.
Oh, you might find it worth a listen.
Who is it?
Mrs. Jean Mycroft.
Who?
Ah, Mr. Flack. It's his sister.
A rat in a cage?
Yes.
A dead rat?
No, alive. And a wreath. For a child of all people. One of those books.
What books?
You know, filth.
Pornographic?
Yes.
You gave this to your son? How old is he?
Before.
Mrs. Mycroft, you should have brought these things here for us to see.
I couldn't touch them.
My husband, then?
Oh, you're not home from work yet. I called a neighbour in and I told her not to go in the lounge nor let the children in there.
Your brother Raymond,
Yes.
is this the sort of thing you'd expect of him?
Well, in a way, yes. He was always
Yeah?
a bit odd.
Odd?
Different. Always moody. The rest of us, and Mum and Dad, we were always happy at home. Steady. Respectable. And always happy. Always believed in keeping yourselves to yourselves.
Did Raymond drink?
I never used to.
Was he ever violent?
You
Yeah?
always sort of imagine that he had violence in him. He never used it. Funny that. Anything, he was always gentle. Too gentle.
Yeah, well, somebody better have a look at these so-called presents.
Could you hang on a moment for me here, Mrs. Mycroft? Can I have a word with you outside? Thanks. What for? Sticking this lot on me.
Eh?
Look, you was the one that had the premonition about this fella. You should have sorted him out.
Oh, no, I'm still on desk duty. Besides, you're the one who's for the people, aren't you?
You're getting me mixed up with Abraham Lincoln. What is it? Ken, it's just another domestic.
It's a bloody weird one.
It's still a domestic. There's not a lot we can do. You're off, did you?
Yeah, I heard.
Good. How's Jimmy boy?
Sitting it out on a park bench.
you, Mrs. Mycroft.
Well?
It's not really an offensive book.
Not offensive?
Well, not as far as we're concerned, that is. A few years ago it would have been, of course, but these days anyone can get them if they know where.
But it's filth.
Oh, I agree with
And
you.
to give it to a 4-year-old child.
Well, if you'd given it to the boy when you or your wife weren't present, or when you weren't likely to be present, it would have been different.
But you still give it in.
Even then,
But
we could
he's
hardly...
sick. What he's doing is sick. He must have a sick mind. I mean, children.
Of course he must be sick. This sort, no ambition, no drive. God, when I think of the advice I used to give him.
Did he like you?
He must have done.
See what I'm trying to say, Mr. Mycroft? It's not really a case for us.
Then who the bloody hell is it a case for?
For you and the other members of your family.
What?
I can advise you not to let him into the house again, or you can ring us and we'll advise him.
And that's all?
I'm afraid so.
You mean that's it as far as you're concerned? My family can be insulted?
Well, I'll have a word with him in the morning if you like.
Thanks.
Any idea where he's staying in Broadston?
No. Well, I hope it'll all end here with this. I thought you were going to burn that.
Just about to. Filth.
I cut the wreath up into little pieces and put it in the dustbin.
Best thing.
Yeah, what about that?
Well, I'll drive out to the common and turn it loose.
Can't you kill it?
Kill it?
Drown it or something?
No, I don't think I could do that. I'll just drive out there and let it loose.
And hurry home again thinking everything's solved just because you've turned your back on it.
I wouldn't put it like
Oh,
that.
you wouldn't. Well, take the thing out in the hall now, for God's sake. I know why the police couldn't have taken the things away.
But they say it's not their concern.
No, it's ours, because we're stuck with Ray as a relative. All those years of peace and quiet, and now he's back.
He was never really noisy when he was here.
It's enough to be noisy.
No.
With a way of making you nervous just by looking at you. So he knew what was going on inside you. Knew your secrets. Knew all the...
What?
I don't know. All the things you try to hide in yourself. He knew you too, didn't he?
All right.
I mean, he got to know you very well. 3 presents. There should have been 4. I wonder why I didn't bring one for you.
I don't know.
Hey, I wonder why.
Now, don't start all your nonsense again.
Oh, I suppose he thought you had enough little presents. Those silly young bitches at your office.
Now, shut your mouth.
No, I won't.
I mean it,
I
shut your
won't.
mouth. Well, you'd like to see us arguing, don't you realise that? You'd like to know he'd upset us.
Oh, go and get rid of that animal. That's one job you are fit for. And what about that?
What?
The book. You said you were going to burn it.
Well, I might as well get rid of it while I'm out there.
I don't want you straining your eyes in the dark.
Now, look.
I'll get rid of it.
spent the night in the hill grounds.
What's they done? Tough is that?
On who?
On Jimmy boy.
You never spent the night in a park bench.
No, Sarge?
Very bracing. Well, anything else in fits his form.
Nah, not a whisper. We best face it, he just wants to do what he set out to do.
What's that?
Leave Broadston.
One arriving, one trying to leave.
Eh?
Funny old day was yesterday. I don't know, knowing Jimmy, I'm going to swore he was... Ah, what the hell. Go and find him, will you?
What, follow him again?
No, just talk to him. If you think he's sound, tell him he can scarper.
Right, Sarge.
You've been here all night.
Early's.
I wish I had the money you earn.
It's staff.
I didn't bring the dirty book back.
Well, how are the Marcrofts?
Mortally wounded, eh? Hit where it hurts. He knew their kind. Knew what really took them apart. Death, sex, animal violence, straight from the sewer.
So what are you going to do about it?
Me? Nothing. Told you it's a glorified domestic. He said what he wants to say. Made his protest. It'll go quiet now.
Do it. Who'd want to do that?
Yes?
Mrs. George Flagg?
That's right.
I represent Beamishes.
Yes?
I believe you want us to make arrangements for your late husband's funeral.
Funeral? But my husband ain't dead. George?
Team it up.
Dead bird, contraceptives, rings again, a noose. What's the matter with him? You know, he's even made funeral arrangements for his brother.
Hey?
Yeah, the undertaker called there this morning and they've been receiving phone calls from sympathisers ever since.
The others on the list, they're all relatives, are they?
Yeah, yeah.
Death and sex, he's obsessed with it.
Well, most people are, one way or another.
Yeah.
Look, you best go and see Brother George. He took it badly.
How?
Hurt, shaken up, bloody angry. You know, Flack even had flowers sent to the house, about 20 quid's worth.
It's an expensive sort of hate.
Yeah. It's not like our usual domestic. Hey, Smithy?
You know something, I've about had enough of Mr. Raymond Flack.
Right, ladies, who's first then?
No news yet, then? Eh? You know, about me? No. There you are, then. What? Well, if I'd done out, you'd have heard by now, wouldn't you? Yeah, you're right, Jimmy. Of course I'm right, but your mate Smith... Ah, suspicious mind. Yes. So what do you and me have to do? Walk round Broadstone till your feet ache? Mine didn't ache. That's because you're probably used to it. Broadstone, it's all bloody hills. You can walk up and down them all day and you'll still be going round in circles in the town centre, right? So when are you lot going to leave off? Leave off? Yes, I had to keep out in the grounds last night, you know. No. Well, you lot must have known. You were watching me all night. Not us. You were? You said you would be. No, we stopped watching you at 5 o'clock this afternoon. You bloody didn't. We got homes to go to, you know. Yeah, but that's not fair. Why didn't you go home last night, Jimmy? Eh? I mean, why keep out in the grounds? Told you. I've left home. Oh, you told us you were leaving Broadston, not home. Same thing. Does your mam know you're leaving? Yes. How is she? Fine.
Still flogging the racing papers?
Why not? It's a living.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I've got to get back to the Nick.
So when can I leave?
Well, where do you want to go first?
London. I reckon I'll stand a chance there.
Yeah, of course you will. There's a bus at 4.
There's a 4 then, too.
4 o'clock, Jimmy. Then we're off your back. You're as free as the air.
Fair enough.
Out of the way, please. Out of the way. Keep back. Keep back. Can't you see it's in the way? Please keep back there. Keep back. Out of the way. Stand back. Get out of the way. Oh, please.
Is that your brother, George?
Yes, he's...
I know. I've seen it before.
Have you found Ray yet?
I found out where he's staying.
I suppose this is still none of your concern.
Oh, it's my concern, all right.
Well, then why aren't you...
Arresting your brother-in-law?
Well, yes.
There's not an arrestable offence as yet.
What?
It'll be a long one and a difficult one to take to court. I don't like too much paperwork.
I bet you don't.
I don't like too much paperwork. And I don't like summonses that take a while to be heard. In the time this one took to be heard, Brother Ray would do a lot more damage. So just leave it to me, would you?
Yeah, well, we don't want him here, and if you can't...
I said leave it to me.
It's a call from the Nick Sarge. Mickey Finn radioed in, wants a word with you.
You can wait, we're going to the Bridge Hotel.
Oh, right.
Got your stick with you?
Yeah.
Lend us it then.
Oh, you lot, is it?
How are you, my duck?
All right till now.
I've been talking to Jimmy.
Have you?
He hasn't been home all night.
Oh, I know.
Hey, need any help, do you?
No.
Any idea why he shouldn't come home last night, Mum?
Ask him.
We have.
Mr. Smith not with you?
No, he's busy. Oh, only we've been watching Jimmy since yesterday morning. We thought he'd been up to something.
Mr. Smith think that too?
Yeah. But nothing's been reported yet.
Not likely to be, is it?
What do you mean?
Not likely to be reported.
Has he been up to something then, ma'am? Has he been thieving again?
Yeah.
Who from?
Me.
What do you take?
Paper money. Rent. All of it. The sod.
How much?
About 20 quid.
Of course, you wouldn't go down the Nick and report it, would you, ma'am?
No.
Ah, what they call family loyalty.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, not a lot of it about anymore. Do you want to report it now, Biddle?
Might as well, seeing as you're here.
Hello, Mr. Smith.
Hello, Mr. Flack.
What's up then?
Eh?
Oh, come in here.
Nothing wrong in that, is there?
No.
I mean, you come to see me down the Nick, you come and made a point of showing yourself.
Well, I wouldn't
I'm doing
exactly...
the same. It's a goodwill gesture. I've come to see how you're settling in.
Oh.
Get to see your relatives, did you?
Couple of them.
Must have been pleased to see you. Got some bad news for you.
Oh?
How your brother, George. He's had a heart attack. A serious one.
Oh.
You don't really care, do you?
I'm not going to be needled, Mr. Smith.
You don't, do you? You don't care about your brother. Any of your other relatives.
I do care, but not in the way that you think.
Yet you come all this way to see them after 12 years.
Nothing wrong about that.
There is about hounding people.
You should know.
Scaring them, disturbing them.
I said I'm not going to be needled.
Why? Think you're within your rights, do you?
More or less, yes.
What about this caper, then?
Caper?
These so-called presents, funeral arrangements for people who aren't dead.
It was a sort of joke.
A joke?
Yes.
So you happen to like this town?
You must do.
You don't, obviously.
It never did me any good.
I like the people, too. Maybe fairly straightforward and basic.
Basic? The whole bloody lot.
Yeah?
Buried alive.
You're different, are you?
Yes.
What's your job in London?
My job?
Yeah.
I'm done all right. Chief storeman.
Chief storeman, eh? That makes you an authority on the good life, does it?
Eh?
If you'd come back here in a flash car with a couple of fair-looking birds, it might have made more an impression on your relatives, but you couldn't, could you? So you had to do it the sick way. What you've done is no better than an old woman writing poison pen letters. Shows you've got a small mind, a frustrated mind. I reckon you're pretty dull, Mr. Flack.
Oh?
Yeah. Apart from a couple of cracks in your personality, I'd say you're pretty ordinary. I don't suppose you've changed much in 12 years, Chief Storeman and now Chief Storeman.
And whose fault was that?
You tell me.
It was his town, mate. Where you going?
Got to find a petty crime. You bore me silly, Mr. Flack.
If my brother died tomorrow, it'd make no difference. He's been dead for 46 years.
According to you.
According to anyone who's had the guts to get out of this hole and find out for himself.
What'd your family ever do to you personally?
Nothing. That's the trouble. It rubs off. Mind your P's and Q's. Get a steady job. Stay respectable. Keep away from the wrong women.
Did you?
Eh?
Keep away from them?
I didn't get married, if that's what you mean.
No, that's not what I mean. Do you get yours? You know, Mr. Flack.
Get mine? 26 years in this town? Them bastards, they crippled me.
Oh, they've crippled you, have they? Oh, I know what you're like now. I know what you're like up there. I know what you're like inside.
My family?
Well, they'll forget you soon enough. Tell you what, I'd leave here before I start feeling sorry for you. That's a present from me. That represents me. Well, I'm going to do it to you if you come back to this town and try to terrorise people again.
Come back?
Yeah, because you're leaving here now. It's a small town. Somebody like me, I can get away with a lot of things. Much more than you can. Do you understand?
So where have you been?
Here's with me. Doing a bit of amateur psychology.
Has it worked?
Yeah, I think so.
Sarge, Jimmy Waller.
I've forgotten all about it. Don't tell me I was right.
Ewan Hooper is director of the Greenwich Theatre.